color. Are we adjusting it? I think we're adjusting it.
We're adjusting. There we go.
We're adjusting. There we are. What's up, everybody?
Hey.
Welcome down to another episode of Zetro's Toxic Vault Live alongside myself. Walt's here with me. Tim's in the background to making sure everything's going good. It's good to be back live with everybody once again as we see things are starting to break up and concerts and things are happening and people are going on. It's
A lot to talk about on this
There's
episode.
definitely a lot to talk about on this live episode. I'm glad we went live today.
Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, it's interacting with everybody. Sometimes they can push.
Now, I know you
direction
guys
to the
comment
show.
and you chime in, and that's great. We wanted to give you guys a direct link to the show, because we're going to have some giveaways today. We're going to give away some Death Wish coffee and a prize pack there, and we're going to give away some Hella hot sauce from our sponsors. And what I want to do is, I want it easy. Actually, they can see it better if you put it there. If you put it right there, they can see it better. See, look at that. You got
That's
a little
a
canister.
traveler mug.
Traveler mug. Anyway, Walter has an email for the show. So if there's something you want to say or something you need to send,
And
till
this
we
is a
get
good example. Today we're giving away some coffee, the mugs, and stuff like that. So you can email me, and then I will see your email. And if you're along that line and we have something, I'll send it to you free. So my email.
Basically, what you'll do is if you win, you'll be able to email him. He'll know that you won. He'll read it, get your information, and be able to send it out to you, so that we can't have you try to get you on a comment or something coming in.
Or a question. We don't know how.
We're not sure how we're going to do it yet because we're
But it's going to happen today.
Yeah,
right
we're
now.
because we're going to give
So-
hot sauce away from our sponsor, Hella Hot Sauce, and we're always going to give away a Death Wish coffee because they've
The
been our
world's
sponsor.
strongest coffee.
The world's strongest. They've always there's a bandana there, and I think a sticker up over there somewhere. They definitely support us, so we support them. So it's one of those kinds of things where it's great that we can pass all of this stuff that they give us onto you guys. You guys are the ones that watch it, so why not give you guys? So back with the top of the business, I think a good thing to talk about is Tom hunting.
positive.
Definitely Tom hunting, definitely a positive, and this is a positive. So I know some of you guys on social media has read his comment actually out. He's put a comment out. If you see Facebook or even on Gary Holt's Instagram and on the Exodus Facebook page, you can go and see his statement to everybody. But he's doing really well. I actually spoke with him the other day, and he's in a little bit of pain, but he's getting through it. He's cancer free, and he's just got back on eating what normal food will be for him from here on out.
It's kind of a transition.
I guess so. I guess it's a learning experience. And so just to let you guys know that as the tour starts, the album comes out and the tour starts, Tom will be with us. Definitely. We'll work that out. So Tom Hunting will definitely be a part of that. And so he's doing really well. He wants to thank everybody out there because there's so many well-wishers and so many people. I mean, he's read all of them. And he just, what, there was like $91,000 or $96,000 in his
No, it's 108 now or something.
It's $108,000 in his GoFundMe. So you guys, that's the metal community. That's what this is all about. Again, everybody's standing up, stepping up for a great cause, and it's working. You guys have helped immensely. Thank you.
All right, and along that line, Steve, in association with Behemoth, we have a tour jacket. It's a denim black jacket and embroidered in gold from Behemoth. It's one of a kind.
Yeah, it's one of a kind.
It's nice. And Nigel, you know him from Behemoth, right?
Yeah, of course.
He emailed me and he wanted to, on behalf of Behemoth and him, of course, and the Polish Legions, along with Steve, we're going to auction this jacket, and it'll either be signed or not signed any way you want it. Look for it. I'll be announcing it on his Facebook and Instagram when it's ready. We're going to put it up probably right after the show. I wanted to wait till the other benefit did its thing, and now we're going to do this jacket. And we've already raised almost $500 for Tom.
Yeah, but I actually took
Steve
an old Thrash of the Titan sweatshirt that I literally wore through, and we got a good price for it. And it's actually something that I wore. And anything you get or buy from Walter and I, or
Well,
that
I
stuff
do
that-
it, and it's guaranteed and authentic from him,
Yeah.
so
And
that's how it
well, you'll
goes.
get a certificate of authenticity, and usually he sends a photo of me actually signing the.
So that's what we're gonna do with the
piece of
behemoth,
article.
but we have other stuff up, but you can see it, those aren't for, a charity, we did, 4, I think, already for Tom, and, Steve has some of his stuff, so you can check it out on eBay, and just, look for signed, Steve Zetro Souza, and it'll say it.
But even though he's, he is through the cancer and, he's still in treatment, the GoFundMe is still alive and he still needs your help.
Yeah,
and this
that,
stuff
that's,
is,
we're talking some huge
yeah,
bills,
but
right?
this stuff is
I mean,
expensive and it's just,
I can't even imagine.
So, I mean, it's great that he has 108,000, but let's push it up so, really doesn't have to affect him or his family. And that's kind of what we wanted to do there, so.
Main thing that he's doing good
He's doing
now,
great.
and
He's doing
recovering.
great. He's recovering and, he's just chilling and he's getting it together and, that sort of thing. So he'll be back. He'll be back in full force. And so now let's
Okay.
get on to concerts that we have in the next few months. We will be in Psycho Vegas next month, August 22nd.
I got a good question for that, because if you wanted to go see you in Cycle, it's 3 days long. Which day, and you even know what time you're playing?
We
right?
are Sunday. We play 5:30 to 6:30 at the Mandalay Bay. So I know that if you want to come see Exodus, we are August 22nd at the Mandalay Bay.
Is that the
5:30 to
House of
6:30.
Blues? Is it in the
I
house?
believe so. I believe so. It's the house. You're gonna have to do that kind of research. I'm assuming, because I know they have some outdoor venues is there as well. I'm assuming that it's Mandalay Bay. It's House of Blues, but I don't know what they got going in there.
It,
So
it could be an outside stage.
it could
for
be.
you.
It might be. I don't know. I know that I will be there live on their on that stage. So.
Okay, and then we got Full Terror Assault. When's that?
That's September 11th, 9/11, and that's in Illinois.
In Illinois. And who you
And
playing
then-
with? Who you playing with?
Oh
in that
God,
one?
there's a bunch of bands on that. That's one of those festivals that have all kinds of, a lot of underground local bands on that one, it seems. I thought I saw MOD on there, but I don't know, they might have pulled off. I'm not quite sure, but that's another one and both concerts, we are playing old school set. I mean, like, old school set. So you probably won't even hear maybe Tempo of the Damned. I think we're like playing like old school sets. So yeah, that's good for the fans because again, Persona Non Grata will be released in November, the third week in November, and I'm sure we're gonna play the shit out of that. So
And Nuclear has some good packages when they send out a new album like this out, like how they did the last.
well, that's a lot of
Testament.
things too. I mean, a
The
lot of
marketing
people,
of
a
it.
lot of you guys are wondering why it's taking so long. And yes, Tom's, illness had a bit to play in it, but they haven't been able to make vinyl. Nobody worked last year, so all the bands that wrote records and now are going to put records out, they're 6 months behind in
Right, and all the bands that want to put music out are right in there.
it's
trying to
that's
get the
basically what it's about. So because we're very proud of this record is very special for us.
A career-defining
I think
album.
so. I think career-defining record. I don't think that Nuclear Blast wanted to take any stops out on it, so they wanted multiple vinyls and that sort of thing. But I can guarantee you it'll be out in November, and you guys will not be disappointed. I can guarantee you will not be disappointed on this. It is. Gary Holt really wrote. I wrote a couple of songs lyrically, but Gary Holt wrote the brunt of this record, and it exemplifies why he is the real deal in thrash metal or heavy metal where it goes. That's why all you guys that follow him and love his guitar playing and his technique and his style.
And his bar.
You have, he's amazing with a bar. You have every reason to do that, and this record is just after you hear the record, you're just gonna go, wow, Zetro was right, Gary, these guys, and then performance-wise, everybody killed it on their performance. Tom was a man possessed. Jack was too. I think it's the best bass player I've heard on the record for Jack, and those that have heard the record think it's the best vocal performance that I've done. So again, we're getting real close to it, so.
I'll second that.
I have heard, you know, you guys are, I see your comments, when you're going crazy, when is Persona non grata coming out? It'll be out in November, and then we'll be full tour on that, before we get to, actual, the Bay Strikes Back tour, which actually starts, October 5th in San Luis Obispo, and I wanna touch on that a little bit. We are very excited, and dates are selling out as they're going around, so definitely get your tickets to this. I know there's a lot of other tours going on right now, and they're going out there. I think Megadeth and Lamb of God, that's a really good one with Trivium and Hatebreed, that's a good one, really good one. But I think they're playing bigger venues, that we're not playing as big as venues as that, so to see Testament, Exodus, and Death Angel on one bill, who get, you know, everybody gets pretty much a full set. I think Death Angel plays 50, we play an hour, and I think Testament is an hour and 20 to an hour and 30. So you're getting definitely an amazing evening of Bay Area thrash metal, legendary Bay Area thrash metal. Anywhere you guys are who can go and see this tour, definitely go see this tour. So I'm excited to go.
The Oakland Fox is almost sold out, if not sold out right now. But if you're in the Bay Area,
well, it hasn't been confirmed, but I understand they might be adding a second date, but I don't know. I hear things in the wing, and I don't want to come out and say, oh, they're going to add another date. I can't guarantee that. So if you haven't got your tickets for the Fox Theater on the Saturday the 27th, I believe.
yeah, that's almost sold out though. I know that.
So go get them, because they're going to go.
All right, we're gonna do some quick, like, Claire's there. Hey guys.
Hi, Claire. How are you? I got to talk about Claire for a minute, because I don't know if you follow. So I got to tell the metalheads. Go to metalberry_76, and she. Have you seen all the treats she cooks? Man, Claire, you're gonna make a svelte person fat again if I was over there. It's
What
amazing.
I know about Claire on Facebook, it's food, but it's workout.
Well, look at her.
I know.
She weighs about $105 wet, and you look great, Claire. Believe me, keep it up. Zumba, girl, Zumba. So, I mean, I like to see that. That's why my interaction with you guys, the fans, it's very personal, and let's always keep it that way. You know, you can hit me up through the show, and I'll answer back to you. If you come up to me off the tour bus, on the street, anywhere, you know I'm very genuine when it comes to this stuff. So what else we got? Who else we out there?
You know, Spooky Boo.
Hi, Spooky Boo.
Vegas Dreves and D'Angelo. They're a lot of people.
If you're going
from
to
all
Psycho
over.
Vegas, chime in. Let me get some of the people going to Psycho.
Yeah.
And Full Terror Assault. Talk about it a little bit. Let me know what you know, concerts you're going to have, and where are you going to catch us on Bay Strikes Back tour. Let us know if you've already got your tickets. You know what I mean? Walter's going to be scamming.
And you hit the release date of the album. Do you know the date exactly, or do you just?
I don't know the date exactly.
That's one question.
I'm going to say
Thanks, Kill Metal.
18th, 19th, and I'm just saying, I think it's around then. You can't take my word for it, because then they'll change it to a week earlier or a week later. So
Nicholas, can't wait for Exodus to hit Canada.
okay, yes, me too, because I think in the last 7 years that I've been back in the band, we've done maybe 4 shows in Canada, and believe me, I scream that all the time. I'm a huge Calgary Flames fan, and I want to get up to Calgary just so I can buy some fucking swag, you know, maybe catch a Flames game live. But yes, Canada, we love you. You guys are the really great fans. When we were out with Obituary a couple of years ago, we played Ottawa, and maybe was it Toronto or another show? And those were actually probably 2 of the best shows that were on that tour. And so I again,
And people are nice there.
they're great, and you can get poutine in most places, and I love poutine. So yeah, Canada, we're definitely, and South America, everywhere, we are coming. We did not go and write this opus album, career-defining record, not to go out and exploit it and spew it. If you look at it this way, we toured on Blood In, Blood Out for 5 years. To almost 5 years, but that ain't gonna be that happen again. You know, we have the main man back, and I'm sure it's gonna go. We won't be waiting 7 years in between records. Well, hopefully not. But I definitely am looking forward to this. every day that I listen to the record, I'm like, oh my God, these people are gonna shit when they fucking hear this record, man. You really are. And it's like this big present.
There seems to be a big leap from the
It's like
last album to this one.
It's like this Christmas present. I just want to open and go, here, everybody, there you go.
It's gonna be so good.
What else we got, Walt?
GJP says, hey, from Surrey, UK. What's Surrey like? Eric Berry says, how about an Exodus and Anthrax tour?
I'd love to go out with them. I've been out with them for years, EB and late. I'd love to go out with Anthrax, just to go hang out with them again.
And that new guitar player.
I love Johnny Denies. I wouldn't say new, he's been there for a while.
Well, yeah, I know, but he
He's
is.
a shredder. He's from Shadows
Yeah,
Fall.
he
If any
is
of you
really
guys knew,
great.
he was a guitar player, a lead guitar player in Shadows Fall, and he definitely fits the place really well. Definitely. Definitely.
All right, Jeff says he's got tickets for the Baltimore
Cool.
show.
It's going to be a great show. I got a good friend out there, Mr. Ward Quayle, and I will see him at that show as well. Baltimore, Maryland. Yes, sir.
Jam and Whitehead says, I'm not 18 yet, so I can't see you guys in Minneapolis. I'm so bummed, but at least
You're not 18. Go
I
get a
see
fake
you
ID. It's the world of
guys
fake IDs,
in a couple
baby.
years.
Well,
Wow.
I'm getting older.
Have someone else buy your ticket and just look grown up that night.
Okay, so now, we were gonna, we wanna, what do we wanna do for a giveaway? Well, what do you wanna make a question or?
Well, let's put it that this is for the U.S. Member or fans only.
Right, US
because
member,
we
but
can't
I'm-
go mailing overseas.
Right, it's tough
And
for me
I
to
tried to
mail
mail a
overseas.
bottle to somebody that won in Alaska, and it was like $10. So within reason, we're gonna.
Continental United States, that means New York to California and everybody inside.
Sorry, Hawaii.
All right, and
Sorry, Hawaii. Sorry, Alaska. Sorry, Puerto Rico. Isn't Puerto Rico like the next state? I think they
if you want a bottle of the hottest sauce, and
not
we
a
have,
bottle. We're gonna give you win 3 bottles of hot sauce.
well, should we give them one out at a time, or you want to do 3 to somebody?
3 to somebody.
Okay, well, it has to be a good question.
That's what I'm saying, it has to be a really good question. Because if somebody's gonna win a bag of coffee and the coffee mug together,
Well-
then they gotta win. I want 2 contests today,
Okay, so first of all, we got the
Florida
garlic,
Frank, well, that's the garlic stuff right there.
the garlic grip,
Our garlic death grip.
death grip,
And then we have the hella hot sauce Cajun.
and the Florida heat.
That's the Florida Frank. That is Frank from Hatebreed. This is his version of sauce. And let you guys know that hella hot sauce has made my sauce that is now under construction. It's a big process to get the label and get everything approved, but they're doing it right now. So it's going to be called Zetro's Toxic Shock. And actually, we've tried it. You guys have gotten it. Give it to Walt, and I gave it to our producer Tim, and it is very, very, very tasty. So they're just waiting for the label to get approved now, and I will be having Zetro's Toxic Shock to give away to all you guys as well as soon as it gets done. Next couple months, it should be back done again.
So we'll have to think of something.
So let's think of something. Well,
You know we talked about my email. That's the first thing you have to do. So we won't mention that right now. The people that saw that and know it can send a message from email. And what should be the question?
Let's see. Who is the very, very, very first bass player of Legacy?
Okay, that's good. So the first person that gets that's gonna get the 3
Get the 3 hot sauce.
hot sauces.
You get sent to the hot
What's the
sauce.
email address again?
Okay, so
So, and remember, you gotta remember what he said the email address was, because that's part of the contest. So I hope you were paying
we'll say it
attention.
towards the end, but right now, if the people that saw from the beginning or the when we
You get
said it,
the
you'll see.
advantage to jump on that. So, we're not gonna bring the show down, but we're definitely talking some updated things that have happened in the last week, and unfortunately, death comes in 3s, and I was waiting for the 3rd one after yesterday, and it didn't happen. It came really quick. So we just found out as we were setting up today that on top of Mike Howe passing on Monday, and Joey Jordison from Slipknot passing yesterday. Dusty Hill from ZZ Top passed today. So we are like, they always say death comes in threes.
Is he a legendary bass player?
Oh, come on, you can't even say. Yes, the word is yes. Come on.
They're so
I
unique.
consider Joey Jordison a legendary
Yes.
drummer, and I consider Mike Howe a legendary singer. So, did we lose 3 legends this week? Yes, we did. And I mean, again, you can't necessarily depict what's going to happen with you, but hence the reason that I have this body transformation in the last year, and the way I, this is just water with, flavoring in it. I don't drink soda. I don't drink alcohol. I don't even take Tylenol or any of those things. I don't want any drugs in my body like that. Do I smoke a shitload of weed? Hell yeah. Tim, is my joint over there? By the way. What happened to my joint?
Go look for it.
Yeah, because I had a joint here early. Now, I do smoke a ton of weed, and I love weed, but,
Beer Maniac from France is here. Nottingham, Ian Fell. Mike Crisp says his uncle Terry formerly coached the Flames.
yes.
So
Terry Crisp was actually the coach when they won the Stanley Cup in '89. I think he's a commentator for the Lightning now. I think he does their play-by-play. But Terry Crisp was the actual coach for the Flames when they won the Stanley Cup in '89. So.
and I know that you must have been to where we usually play is that hockey rink right next to it, isn't that?
So now you're going to be blown.
Is it what?
Since I've been in Exodus, we've never played in Calgary.
Oh, well, it's a
I've never
beautiful-
even been there. Now, why did I become a Flames fan? Well, I'll tell you. In the '85-'86 season, I started watching hockey. And I was going to be that guy that goes, I'm going to go watch Wayne Gretzky. I might as well go for the best guy in the business. So I started watching. I went to some bar that showed hockey, because this is '85. This is an ESPN, weren't even showing hockey yet. Underground sport, really. So I went to this bar in Livermore that showed hockey. And it was Gretzky's team, the Edmonton Oilers. And they were playing the Calgary Flames. And I didn't even realize that both cities are in Alberta. And because I didn't know shit about Canada at that time. I'm 21 years old. And I see them playing this other team. I'm supposed to be rooting for the Oilers. And I'm watching Jim Poplinski, Joel Otto, Gary Roberts, Gary Suter, Mike Vernon, Joey Mullen. Just this amazing team that were fighting tough, and they were like they were kicking the shit out of the Oilers. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to be an Oilers fan. I think I'm going to follow these Calgary Flames guys. And so I started watching them that season, and ironically, they made it to the Stanley Cup in '86, but lost to the Montreal Canadiens. Now, from that point on, I was a Flames fan. Now I live in the Bay Area.
And you're a loyal fan. I know
Loyal.
that.
Grew up in the Bay Area. And in '91, the Bay Area was awarded with a hockey team, the San Jose Sharks. The natural thing for people to do would have probably been dump the Flames and become a Sharks fan. That isn't what I did. I stayed a Flames fan. So they hate me. They can't stand me at Sharks games because I wear full Flames regalia. So any of my fans in Calgary or up there in Canada or anywhere that are Flames fans, go Flames, go. That's what I have to say about that.
All right, Spooky Boo, this is a good thing. She's taking her friend on her birthday to ACDZ in San Francisco. September, was it 24th, I think it is.
Bottom of the hill.
Right.
With the Butlers. I'll be there. Come up and say hello. Give
So
me a
it's
hug.
another one of these, a small, intimate show that you can play your ACDC.
Well, if
Woodstock era.
honestly, if you're in the Bay Area, you're very fortunate because I do play here more than anywhere. Actually, I don't really play anywhere else with it. But
I don't think
September.
you played in San Francisco, though. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
yeah. Oh, yeah, maybe at the DNA or something.
Yeah,
like
something
that.
like that. We've been around 11
Okay.
years now, but that'll
Okay.
be fun. We will definitely be there. So I wanted to go back to Mike and Joey and Dusty Hill. I met Mike a few times, ironically because I came up through the ranks with Mike, but I didn't know him as well as I knew Joey. And I became friends with Joey. Exodus was on tour in 2004, and we were friends with Daryl and Vinny Abbott, and they owned a strip club in Dallas, and their sister ran it when they were on tour. They were actually on tour at Damage Plan. They knew we were in Dallas that night. We played the same night, I think it was Slipknot and Chimera and somebody else. Anyway, we went to their club, and those guys were there. Slipknot guys were there. And that's where I met them, and they were like huge Exodus fans. So I actually became really good friends with Mick and Joey from that day, and I kept in touch with them, I mean, you know, through the years. Even after Joey was out of Slipknot, I kept in touch with them, and we've been very fortunate to cross the Slipknot guys, and they've always been really good with us, and Corey's a big Exodus fan. I think they all are, and they've been pretty cool with us. And my son Nicholas, who plays drums in Hatred, whole reason he plays drums was because of Joey Jordison's playing and how Joey Jordison plays, and that was his hero. So yesterday my son was like pretty close in tears, you know what I mean? And here's a man with a son, and it's just
I sent you that picture that he put up of
yeah,
you three together.
Yeah, that's the night that he met him. I mean, my son was probably maybe, I think he was 10
Oh, he looks so young
He
there.
was 10 or 11 then, and that was his hero. And then times after that, every time Slipknot came around, they invited the boys. I mean, we got to stand on stage for them when they played the side stage at Ozfest in like 2003. And my sons just loved that. Cody too. They loved the fact that Slipknot welcomed them and was really, really.
I think that
warm to them.
Slipknot hits home with that younger generation
So,
of metalheads.
well,
so
it definitely,
to them-
a guy who definitely influenced a lot of the newer drummers that came up from the last 20 years. He was definitely one of them. Had a technique that was just amazing, and a drum knowledge and a music knowledge of anything. I remember we were in Dublin Death Patrol was in Europe, and we played a festival in 2007 with like Iron Maiden, Slayer, and Heaven and Hell, and Korn. It was called Fields of Rock, and Joey. It was the time when they were in between drummers, between Dave and Ray, and Joey played drums for Korn. Then we hung out all weekend and had a great time. So I have many memories from him. This is just so sad. So I mean, my heart goes out to his family. Rest in peace, my brother. My heart goes out to all his friends and all his family. He was a hell of a musician. It's hard to say goodbye. And for the other two guys, again, Metal Church was a band that came up with us in the ranks. You know what I mean? I have mad respect for him. And he was a guy like me who took over from a very prolific singer. I took over for Paul Bailoff. Mike took over for David Wayne, who to me was, wow, such a powerhouse vocal. If you listen to those first two Metal Church records, man, powerhouse. But you know what? Mike held his own. Blessing in Disguise is a great record. And
I didn't know they lived in Eureka, right here in Northern California.
When?
Now.
Oh, I wasn't.
I read that. So.
I was, maybe he lived there because I know the band was Seattle based.
Right.
Definitely out
He
of
lived there.
Washington. And then again for Dusty Hill, Walt, I mean, I'm 57 years old. These are rockers that are older, and
I just saw them the summer before last. They still had that magic, and it's hard to go on when you're a three-piece like that. And this guy's been around with them forever, But
yeah,
also
it hurts. It hurts again. And I was doing my exercises this morning, and I'm thinking, well, they always say deaths in threes.
It's like Rush continuing without Getty, it's like that.
You mean without Neil Peart?
Neil Peart.
Yeah, you can't. I don't know if that. I mean, Billy Gibbons is a very talented. So is Frank Beard, very talented. I don't know if you could, I mean, that's a trio you just don't mess with. You know what I mean? So that's unfortunate. So too bad. What else you got for me, Walt?
Well, we have something that ties into here. People are talking about guests, and one says Eric Peterson and Greg Christian, and just
we've had Eric in.
Right, but we say that who are we gonna have on?
Well, I've tried to get Greg in here. It's hard to lock him down,
Okay.
believe me. I actually, so guess we already have one that will be next week. So Chris Contos from Attitude Adjustment, Machine Head, Boneless Ones, Verbal Abuse. we did probably a nice 3-part interview
It's
with
long.
him. With
What a
some
story that
with
guy
some
has.
great stories that he has to tell, and that'll premiere next Wednesday. And then I am trying to get many people locked in here. We're talking about just other types of guests. It's hard to say because then when I tell you and then it doesn't happen, I don't want to sound like I'm
You know,
blowing
there's an
smoke up
open
your
door
ass,
for
you
a
know.
lot of these guys, and
So-
they've said yes, but we just have to lock
You know,
down
so,
the
you know, I know that we're gonna have Aaron Aravalos, who made the cake, he's gonna come in. We have some other people, you know, that we're working on getting in. I spoke to Rob Cavastani from Death Angel, and I believe he's about ready to come in and do this, so I'm definitely gonna go back through, and, you know, Walter and Tim are both working on it as we go, so, you know, we try to keep that.
A lot of surprises.
And it's not all about musical guests or whatever, you know, I mean, I try to keep it, you know, whatever seems or sounds interesting, Walt, you know what I mean? It's one of those types of things. I try not to hammer it on the same thing, but I know the brunt of the show is the interviews, and I do like to get them, and it's all about the timing with getting them in here, you know what I mean? Because they're so, everybody's got a schedule, and everybody's, especially now, starting to get busy again. So definitely want to get those for you.
Someone said Kerry King. We'd love to have Kerry King in here, huh?
Yeah, Carrie's in Vegas now, from what I understand. I think that would be a tough one to get Carrie in here.
Well, you never know though, so.
So now, let's come up with something because, since we've given that question away,
Okay, so what do you want to give away?
we're gonna give away Bass. Bring that up. Can they see that? That and this. They go together.
See this?
They go together. That's
You want
a
them together?
That's a package deal. Why would you give somebody a mug without coffee? So,
Wow.
again, from our sponsors, thank you, fans. This is a cool mug, a travel mug. It's got a cool little hook on it little thing. It's great. These things are quality stuff they make. And alongside that, you get World's Strongest Coffee. This is their medium roast, Death Wish coffee. This stuff is, I mean, bang. I remember in the 70s, my parents used to drink like Folgers and stuff like that. That stuff's like water compared to this stuff. You need to get up in the morning, or go into mosh pit and you want to kick ass, have a cup of Death Wish coffee. It'll hit you. So,
This one's medium roast, and this is a steel like thermos. So,
Yeah,
what are we gonna do with that?
That's a very, very good one. So, what could we do with that one? We need to come up with a question for that, Walt. You're pretty good with that. Come on, you're a producer, Tim. Come up with something.
I was gonna say, what is the location of the first Exodus show that you sang at?
That's too easy.
How about the last Legacy
No,
show?
that's a good one.
I don't even know if I can remember that one. No, I can. I
Yeah,
know
you
which
could.
one.
Yeah.
I know which one.
Last
Okay,
Legacy
wait a
show.
minute.
Name the city.
Yes, you have to say.
Maybe both.
You have to say the last Legacy show that I played before I joined Exodus. You have to name the city. You have to name the venue,
Yes.
and you have to name at least one band that we played with.
Ooh,
Yeah,
That's
you
a
don't
good-
get this easy.
that's a good
You're
one.
gonna have to. You're gonna have to.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take the best answer.
Now, if somebody gets answers and they remembers 2 of the bands, they win.
Yeah.
So whoever can send the most information on my last show with Legacy wins this. And again, you'll have to,
And Exodus?
no, last
Just-
show with
just-
Legacy before I joined in Exodus 35 years ago.
I want to see it, when you give me the answer, I want to see, because I don't know, but I want to see if I went to that show. Probably did, but,
I'm sure you did.
all right. And,
Keep it coming. Let's talk about Contos for a minute.
mhm.
That was a pretty good interview, and he's gonna be coming up next week, and, very interesting stories, and we actually have some really cool pictures to show from Chris. We're gonna show a picture of John Bonham at Day on the Green pointing up to him, and it's really cool. I mean, this guy's history is stellar, just stellar.
Well, this whole story too, it's multifaceted.
Yeah, well, he's a Bay Area brother. And I also want to touch on Jason. We had Jason Willer in here a couple of weeks ago, and I saw so many of your comments on there. about him. He is an amazing drummer, and he's like, you know, a
And
guy.
his story was unbelievable
Yeah,
too.
he had a great story too. It's like, it's really funny to see how many people go through what they go through to get here, to do this, to reach what they wanted to do. I mean, you know, my father was an old school biker. All he gave a shit about was Harley Davidson. So he thought that that's what I would be too, even though I am, but not like he was. You know what I mean? It's like that was his
And
life.
you're an independent.
You know what I mean? Well, he was an independent too, but I mean, he rode constantly. My dad came home on Friday from work. We seen him on about 6:30 on Sunday. That's how it was. I'm not necessarily like that. I love to ride and it's great and it's thing, but that's what he did. But I was a musician. I always had Led Zeppelin coming out my bedroom door, AC/DC, that sort of thing. So I think once this did happen for me in my early 20s, you know, initially, that he knew that that was probably where it goes, but that's just kind of how it is. That's just kind of how it is. What else we got?
Remind everybody that the question and answers need to be sent to the email.
Okay, now we'll give you the email.
Okay, we're gonna give you the email now. The questions have to be right. Tim's right.
And with your full address in the United States, zip code and everything, how you want it
So that we
addressed.
can send it to you. And Walter's gonna give you that right now, because since I'm going live, I can't throw a graphic up there right now. So where can they get you at, Walt?
Well, if you know the song The Toxic Waltz, then my email is thetoxicwalt, all one word, @gmail.com.
thetoxicwalt@gmail.com. So if you think you have the correct answer, that's where you need to go. Then he'll be checking that out to look, because after I'm going to give him the bands and those answers, because I know them. So.
All right, and what else do you want to talk about here?
What else we got going this week?
Well, I wish some people would send me some questions of what they want.
That's all right. They don't have to send questions. We just kind of wanted to go live today because we haven't done it in a while. If you notice, the vault is a lot bigger now. We've completely revamped the vault for multiple interviews. We don't use the big mics anymore. We use these. We use collar mics now. Kind of changed it around, just, you know, try to make the show a little better. And this way I can have, before I was really only able to interview one person, I can interview 2 or 3 now at the same time. And so that was the whole idea of it. So.
Yeah, the vault's been a little bit changed around, but the same stuff.
Same vibe, same stuff. So let me know what you guys want to see, okay? Let me know what it is that you want me to cover, or you want me to talk about, or things. Also, my son does a Twitch, and next Tuesday at 6 p.m. or 7, I think it's 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You know the guys that perform on Twitch and say, I'm gonna sing songs with my son on Twitch. In fact, you know what? Let me text my son right now, get his Twitch information so I can pass it off to
You
you
guys
guys.
do karaoke?
That's what we're gonna do.
See?
That's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna do Hatred stuff and maybe some Exodus stuff and maybe some
Right off
Legacy
that,
stuff.
but just like live at the spur of the moment, right?
Yeah, well, he's got it all worked out at his house where you can do that. You guys who do Twitch, there's a bunch of other musicians that just get on there and play. His Twitch channel, he likes to play. Video games, but some nights he plays bass. So we thought it would be a great idea, since he's the singer of Hatred now, he can play bass and I'll sing. And so I have gone on his Twitch channel a couple of times for a couple of hours, and so that's what, it's been a lot of fun. But next week, I'm going to actually sing, so, no.
That should be fun.
Text him and tell him that I need his Twitch information, because we are live right now. So he doesn't know we're live. But I think it's like twitch.tv/_Cody or something like that. I don't know. I can never remember, so I always have to get it, so.
At the bottom, okay, oh, here it is.
Claire, I see you
Okay.
chiming in, but I can't read it. The camera's too far away.
Claire says
So-
that you should do an episode on your top 10 all favorite horror movies.
Okay, Claire, we've been doing, me and Walter are gonna do that episode. We've been talking about that. So we have other content like that coming up. I'm just talking interviews. We are gonna do some cool stuff like that.
Yeah, we're always
We
starting to
just-
think of something.
And I'm actually doing an episode with Mr. Craig Beerhorst, who did UFO and Judas Priest with me. We're gonna go for the first 10 years of Iron Maiden, and that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. So that's definitely gonna happen. So we're working along.
All right, Tuesday, August 3rd, 7 p.m. Pacific time. And you can get this at twitch.tv/Cody_Hatriot.
Okay.
All lowercase, it looks like.
I don't know if it's case sensitive. I guess it would be.
Yeah, it's better to do it rather than.
So say that again, Walt.
Twitch.tv/Cody_Hatriot. And you'll
Okay.
get the Sousa
We get the Sousa Palooza. That's what we're doing next Tuesday night. So if you guys can join, I know you Europeans. For you, Claire, that's going to be about 3 a.m. But hey, what else you got better? Get up and bake cookies with us. That's what you can do. And then you can chime in, and I know you will. So I think that's a good idea. She's answering. What's she saying, Tim? I can't see it.
Ooh, the Iron Maiden special with Craig sounds amazing.
Okay, I'm getting you quickly, but yeah, you got to step. So you guys in Europe, sorry I do that, but I'm going to be performing. We're going to do some AC/DC songs. It's going to be fun. That's next Tuesday at 7 on Cody's Twitch. Give me that Twitch one more time, Walt.
Twitch.tv/Cody_Hatriot.
See, you even got it. I'm very proud of you. Very proud of you. Very good. What else?
Also, we've been talking about, we're gonna, in the future, but we're gonna dig out some old photos, and with this new Tim and his new technology.
We're gonna riff on photos and stuff.
I
I've
got
been
some
wanting
stuff.
to do that for a long time. Walter has so many cool photos. We could have Tim throw a photo up, and then we could talk about it. And
From
we
the
could say
Among the Living tour.
Among the Living,
State of Euphoria.
State of Euphoria,
There's
all
just
the killer
one-off
headbangers,
shows,
ball tour, fucking all that shit. So definitely.
some old stuff, and I think everybody would be surprised, because I don't think anybody's seen these photos since like 1988, 1990, wherever it falls in there. But that'll be fun. We're gonna do some more stories about what we did on the road.
Yes, sir.
And then you can remember with pictures, though. You
Oh
can
yeah,
tell a
exactly.
story, right? You
Oh,
can
I
remember that day.
You know me, with my memory. I'll be able to do that. So.
Local Bay Area band Mordred have just chimed in and they said, "What's up, guys?" They're watching. New album out.
I love Scotty and all the boys. I actually sang on the record. I got to sing.
They have a show coming up
Talk
in
about
San
it.
Francisco. I'm not sure. I have the flyer.
I believe it's at the bottom of the hill.
Is it at the bottom? Pull it up, Tim. We're
Pull
gonna
it up.
plug. Thank you for the Mordred guys watching right now. We're going to plug your show right now. Is it at bottom of the hill?
And they have their new album that's just about to break, or
Yeah,
It just, yep. Just
I'm on it.
Hold on.
So yeah, so isn't that great when you have all your friends that are part of your? Because we've had Scotty on the show, definitely.
and that's another band that's got this unique sound, huh? They're not like
How about their
anybody.
country thing that they do? I love that. They do a three-piece country thing. What they're called the
Oh, yeah.
the Emery Villains, or something
Good
like
question, Brandon Owen. Have you listened to the new Iron Maiden song yet?
that. Yes,
Okay, let's hear it.
I like it. I liked Book of Souls. The stuff on Book of Souls, it seemed a little darker and heavier, a very bluesy song, but I like it. Writing on the Wall, yes.
It's totally different, but the leads are killer.
Yeah, the structure, and I love Bruce's vocal attack lately. The last two records, he's really squealing and hitting it. So yes, I do love I love it. I think I like songs on book, but I haven't heard the whole record yet. So I'm going off the one song, but yes, I do love it. Yes.
Bottom of the hill, August 14th, Mordred, Blind Illusion, and Cantel.
No way.
Yeah,
Bottom of the Hill. When is that, Tim?
August 14th.
August 14th, Bottom of the Hill. Mordred, Blind Illusion, and
That's
Cantel.
got Doug
Yeah.
Piercy.
Ooh, Doug Piercy and Biederman. Come on, Biederman's
Only $15.
$15. Be
Get
there.
out there.
What else you got better to do, Bay Area? So definitely have to plug that show. Bottom of the Hill, great place to play. It's become like the Bay Area venue now, don't you think, Tim? For bands on that to come and play, it's a great club, good time. And then
All right, Ian
Sven's
Feld.
going to be there too, right?
Yeah,
September 3rd.
Yep,
We
yep.
have Sven Soderlund and the Masterful Orchestra. You gotta catch that too, because I mean, we had Sven on a couple of weeks ago. Can't wait to go see.
And of
him
course,
do that stuff.
ACDZ, September 24th.
At the bottom of the hill.
Right.
with-
There you go.
With the Butlers. See, so it's definitely becoming the premier venue in San Francisco.
All right, and Ian Fell says, he saw you on tour in Sheffield gig with Law's Rocket.
Oh,
On
wow.
the Pleasures of the Flesh tour.
Yeah,
You remember
yes.
Sheffield?
That was 81, 88.
That was a fun tour.
That was a lot of fun tour. That was basically we were over there to play Dynamo. That was a lot of fun.
All those, I love all those working class English towns that you go, everyone's got a little, it's got an edge.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Bristol.
And
you know,
the
fucking
fans,
Bristol.
a lot
My
of
brother
leather.
lives in fucking Liverpool. Yeah. London, Manchester. All them fucking great places. Milton Keynes. Yeah, I played in Milton Keynes at the Wooten Center. Played there many times. God, I feel like. I remember a couple of years ago, even English bands. We were in 2016. We went out with Lost Society, the Finnish band, and we did a European tour, but it was to test the UK market. We played 17 shows in the UK. I had English bands telling me, mate, we don't even play fucking 17 shows in the UK. They were all great shows, but we played every little nook and cranny in it. It's all right, England. You know I have a heart for you guys, definitely. So, yes, that's what we kind of do. But hey, I think that's about it. Me and Walter are about done. Remember to chime in. Leave us comments. If you want to yell at him directly, you now have the email, which we're going to give you one more time.
TheToxicWalt@gmail.com.
ToxicWalt@gmail. If you have not subscribed, we are at 9,710 people. In 290, we will have 10,000 subscribers. Come on, guys, help me out here. Yeah, please share this with people, and again.
And a big thank you to Tim Healy, because he's been making it happen for us and doing a lot of stuff that Zetro and I, beyond our...
Well, we brought him in and thought we were going to have to do this by ourselves at first, but when we are learning it, believe me, we are. But we want to thank producer Tim Healy, because, and you guys know that, Wayne was the original producer, and that changes a show when you have two different things. So a lot of the things that you're seeing in the interviews, like the footage beforehand and the pictures and stuff, that's all Tim Healy there. So, definitely
Yeah, how do you like
shout out
opening the
to
show
him.
sometimes with
I
the
saw a
live?
comment
It's
today
like-
that thought that was the greatest thing ever.
It
So
surprised me when I
it was
first
great.
saw it.
Actually, I thought it was cool. So we're going to be doing more of that stuff, more interviews, more great stuff.
And
We
stuff
aren't-
that we couldn't do before, now we can.
well, we can do it now. And we're a little wider, so we're going to have more people in here. I know I've seen you guys chime in about Gary and Rick, and yes, I'm trying to get both of them into here together, believe me. And they both agreed to do it together. So I have to,
And some, maybe some promotion for the new tour.
yeah, probably get Ted in here one day. We'll come down and have Ted and
Maybe
talk about
Eric.
Bay Strikes Back Tour. Yeah, if Eric's down. I know Eric lives in San Francisco or in Sacramento, and we do the show in the Bay Area, but I mean, we can make it happen. We've had him before, but thank you guys so much for coming in. And remember, like I said, leave me comments, share this, please subscribe, and
Keep it real.
We'll see you soon on the vault next week. Chris Contos. See you guys.